would like to thank our amazing sponsors, Touring Plans Travel. Their destination specialists work with you to plan and book your trip, whether you're traveling to a theme park, headed out on a cruise, or wanting to get away anywhere in the world. As experts in smart travel, their agents suggest the best itineraries and activities to fit your family's needs and handle all the reservations on your behalf. There is no cost to you or your family when using Touring Plans Travel services, and you may even save some money if discounts become available after booking. So head over to touringplans.com/travel and tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. Derek and Doug talking all things Disney, and we have a great show, great guest on today. Going to be talking packing, designer bags, all sorts of fun things, Doug. But one thing that we have coming up that we're going to have to pack some really cool bags for is the Star Cruiser, Doug. And that's coming up. We got people that need to come join us.
Yeah, we have a couple cabins. And we're going to be cruising the galaxy. But before that, the night before, May 30th, we'll have some sort of meetup in the Magic Kingdom, most likely. Nothing set in stone, but if you're there May 30th, come find us. Book a trip with your Touring Plans Travel and come join us in the Magic Kingdom the night before we head off to a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, and if you want to book a cabin yourself, definitely reach out to Michelle and do that. They're filling up quite quickly, but Doug and I will be all dressed up, maybe with some cool bags. We'll see.
I don't know, because you just hand your bags right off. Nobody really sees the luggage. Yeah.
We'll see. So we're going to do some fun things, but looking forward to that trip. A lot of people have been asking, when are you guys going back? For sure, May 30th. So stay tuned for more of that. And we have to thank our Patreons who help us go on these crazy adventures. So a few longtime Patreons, Chloe Becker, Sarah Torch, and CT Switch, thank you so much for being a part of the community, always communicating with us on social media, having fun. All of our Patreons, you guys are the best. Seriously, thank you so much for supporting the show.
Yes, and I hope you enjoy our after show every week. Also, Apple Podcast reviews. Let's read one. Let's dive on in. Love this Disney podcast with an exclamation mark. I mean, that's high praise. At 5 stars by Michelle Burhart. I think I got it.
All right. I think that's a simple one.
I think I got it. All right. I started listening to get excited for my upcoming WDW trip. We'll be there in September, so hope you have time. So hopefully we'll run into you. And this was the perfect pick. I love Derek and Doug's insight and banter, and I look forward to the weekly episodes. I've already went back and listened to so many. I highly recommend to all Disney Park fans. Thanks for what you do. Oh, that's a great review.
That was a great review, and
I'm sure we ran into.
Yeah, I'm sure high fives and
we said hi to lots of people in September. I'm sure Michelle was one of them.
I had a bag full of stuff that I was giving to people around the park that met up with us, Doug.
Yeah, hopefully Michelle got some. Lots of people did. And speaking of bags.
Aha, you got the transition.
Speaking of bags, today we need to get to the important things for a Disney trip. And nothing is more important than what you're going to put in your park bag. We have all different kinds of strategies when it comes down to it. So there's some things that you just have to have when you take your family or yourself into a theme park. And to talk Disney bags, we thought who better than the mind behind the best named Disney park bag in history, the Rope Drop. Let's welcome on Debbie of Designer Park Company. Welcome to the show, Debbie.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Excited to have you on this week's show. Yeah.
I know. We'll get to the history of the name of the bag, which is obvious. It's great. But before we do that, before we pack the bag, why don't you give us a little bit of your Disney history and why you designed your own bags?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so my husband and I are both from Northern California. That's where we grew up. So we spent our time going to Disneyland as kids and stuff. We decided to go on a trip when the 50th anniversary was happening for Disneyland when we were early in our marriage and kind of got obsessed again with the parks, got annual passes and started going quite frequently. And so For the last 11 or so years have been annual pass holders to Disneyland, going 3 or 4 trips a year. And we started early on in our park days by taking a camelback with us because we wanted the hydration option. This was coming from like the days of where you bring a Crystal Light packets to the park because the water tasted so bad. So we would start filling our bags up with water and carrying a camelback all day. But I hated the camelback and I was always looking for a better option, but just nothing existed. So um, this last October, we took a big, huge trip to Universal Studios and Disney World. We did 9 days of parks and we brought our bags with us. But at Universal, we couldn't bring our hydration bags because they wouldn't fit on all their lockers. So we had to carry around a water bottle like a
Like
regular
normal
person.
people? Ugh,
Yeah.
geez.
And every day, I was at the end of that 4 days of Universal, I was like, "How do people do this? This is the most annoying thing ever. I can't with this water bottle anymore." And so when I got back from that trip, I was like, I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to make the bag that I've been talking about making for 11 years. Every time we drive back from Disneyland, our long 10, 11-hour trip back, we would talk about all the people that came up to us at the parks telling us how much they loved our bags and how smart we were. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I started doing some research and drawing up what I wanted, and then started talking to manufacturers and informed my husband that I was starting a bag company. And so the rest is history. We just launched it this last January and started shipping our first line of products in March or May of this last year. So we've only been shipping them for about 6 months or so. But yeah, and we named our first bag the Rope Drop because we consider the person who buys our backpack to be a serious Disney park goer. They're not just somebody who goes once every few years for a day, somebody who's going to be prepared for a big, long Disney day.
It's a
That's
good name.
awesome.
Great name for a backpack.
Now, these bags have some very specific Disney features, aside from the hydration, which I would have to fill with Diet Coke, but
Yeah,
Diet
and you
Mountain
can
Dew.
do
I
that with
mean,
our bags. You
yeah,
can't
why
do that
not?
with a Camelback. You have to use water, but our bags you can use soda. So
So there you go.
Sorry,
So
things I'm not going to put in. Nope, I'm good. Doug, that's all you.
yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, tangent alert. Some of the very specific features that I think really separate this from a lounge fly sort
yeah,
of bag. One, it's bigger, but you have a special way to attach ears and your pin collection.
yeah.
Tell us about that.
Because we were never pin collectors. I would always see the pins and look at them and then move on with my life because I just knew that was a habit I didn't need to get into. I already collect Pandora and Alex and Ani. I didn't need to also collect pins. And so we did start before our trip to Disney World putting pins on our camelbacks because I was to the brink of like insanity with the camping backpack. I wanted to make it look more Disney, and so we started
Mm.
buying pins and patches and decorating our bags. And so we kind of got into pin collecting then. But my kids always had a lanyard, and we would always get them a pin on every trip and add it to their lanyard, but they never wore them to the
Mm.
parks because number one, those rubber backs are useless. And it just looked so uncomfortable, like stabbing you. I don't know, just like this big necklace. It didn't seem to work. So we never used the pins. They would just sit in their room hanging on some hook. And then I decided, no, we got these locking pin backs to put these on our camelbacks. Why don't we use them on a backpack too? So I had the manufacturer drill like laser drilled holes, which I measured out exactly where I want them to be so that any pin will fit anywhere. Um, but they allow you to like put pins on your bag, but also take them off and move them around and like change out your pins according to your taste. And then you don't have to wear them around your neck. And so you can actually use them, which is really fun. So people can customize their bag almost like, I don't know, like you would a lanyard, but instead of wearing it on your body.
Yeah, right there on the back of
On
the
the front
backpack.
pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the front, the back. I don't words hard.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fine.
And then the ears, like ears don't fit in a lounge fly, right?
No.
If they're squeezing your head, or in my family's case, Derek has witnessed this. My wife has to have like a different ears for the morning, one for the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Of
It's
course, that makes sense.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So your bag it attaches in a
It
special way,
attaches to
right?
the front, right? We have a strap that goes through the middle. So I actually had a Loungefly bag. They had come out with one that would hold your ears. It would hold them inside a pocket, and it had two straps that would go kind of under the bow of the ear, like on the sides next to the ear. Anyway, and then I was looking at it going, well, that will hold some ears, but some won't because there's something across the whole front, like a tiara or whatever. And so on our camelbacks, I actually strapped a pair of ears to my camelback because there was a strap that just went over the front of it to hold probably camping something. But I threw ears on it, and we were standing in line for cars like the Radiator Springs Racers ride. And some guy behind me was freaking out about my backpack. And then he apologized for staring at it and talking about it. And I was like, that's fine. We can talk about it. It's just a backpack. But that's kind of what sparked my idea for putting a strap on the front for ears was because that was how I carried them in the parks on my camelback. So I took a lot of inspiration from the bag that I carried some of the things I liked about it, and I tried to add it to a bag that would look like something you could wear outside of the parks anywhere, and it wouldn't stick out like this is a camping bag. It only belongs in this situation. So it would kind of work in more places.
Which works great for like my daughter, who will start with ears in the morning and by 11 o'clock is hot, sweaty, and no desire to wear the ears again.
Yeah, and they kind of need to squeeze your head to stay on because they do fall off. But they do hurt. Like it's a real thing to get an ear headache. And you can also fit a pair of ears sideways in our front pocket. So you can technically put two ears on the strap on the outside and one inside the front pocket. So
Oh, jeez.
if you're a mom and you want to carry all your stuff, all your kids' stuff, if they hand you their things throughout the day, you can
What?
strap them onto your bed.
Kids hand stuff to you. What?
Oh yeah, no. As
Yeah.
a mom, I'm a trash can. I'm always telling my kids,
I say I'm a
"You're the trash
Sherpa.
can right there."
I am the
You're a
Sherpa
Sherpa?
who carries all the things. I say it to my kids all the time.
Yeah.
But I need to wear my ears more often, I guess, is what I'm hearing. Because I don't, yeah, no, I'm kidding. I don't wear the
Yeah,
ears.
no. Ears is probably not your thing, but
Well, because we have the rope drop radio
Yes.
hat. That's
We have to
Yeah.
wear
what if we
hats.
put
It's-
ears on the hat? But we have to, yeah.
yeah, you could.
Maybe.
It's been
Maybe.
done. You can also put a baseball cap through that strap on the front if you want to take off a hat.
Nice.
And people have sent me pictures of all kinds of things. Their travel pillow that they would carry onto the plane. They would take this bag and they'd put it through the strap, like the strap of the travel pillow. And I get all kinds of fun pictures of things people send me. It's awesome.
Well, I know we do this at the end of the show, but where can people find your bags on the website before we even get into what we're putting into them?
Okay, yeah. We are called Designer Park Co. or Company. It's a technically Designer Park Company, but our website is designerparkco.com. We just shortened the company to Co because it's just a really long name. And we picked that name just because we created this bag for Disney parks because that's our main love, but we also want to eventually sell them in other park situations, not just Disney, but we want to be the park go-to, solution for families.
All right. Well, I'm going to put that website in the show notes so you can check out the rope drop bag and all the gear on there.
Yeah, and we're also on Instagram at Designer Park Co. if they want to follow us there too.
All right.
And then you had mentioned something special just for Rope Drop Radio listeners.
You guys listening
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, we created a discount code. So your patrons, your listeners can go on and use code RDR10. So it's like Rope Drop Radio 10, and they'll get 10% off their order, which in a lot of times will cover all of your shipping. So
Nice.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
great.
Very
Yeah.
generous of you. And
Check the website out, guys.
yeah, just in time for Christmas. I will point that out for
Mhm.
your Disney park fans. They're very
Yeah.
cool. There's the rope drop. There's also the Master Gracie. Different colors, different schemes, polka
Yeah.
dots.
We have a
All the
plaid
things.
backpack we designed to look like the VIP plaids from the park.
Ooh.
So we
Oh.
created the graphic. Like I stalked a plaid and took a lot of pictures up close. And then I got a bunch of buttons from the cast member uniform that are that castle button from somebody who worked at Disney World. I bought them from them and I put it on the side pocket. So we have our metal logo plate on one side pocket and on the other one we have a castle button. that is on like a leather patch on the side. So you get like an official cast member button, which I think is really cute. But
Very cool.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. At D23, they one of the right away. One of the cast members thought I was a plaid. She's like, "Are you a plaid?" Because of my backpack, and I said, "No, but that means I nailed it."
There
with
you
this
go.
pattern."
That's a compliment right
I was
there.
like, "Yes."
All right.
So
Well,
yeah.
Now it is time that we pack a bag for the park.
Yes.
Now that we know what bag we're taking in, whether it's your backpack or your cargo pockets, you got to take
Doug
something
always
in.
has 2 massive cargo pockets that
Not
are
always,
full.
but most of the time.
It's
Where do you find
amazing.
cargo pants these days?
Pretty much the only place I think now is Old Navy and the internet.
And Doug hasn't changed pants since like college, so there you go.
Right. There's still the same.
You're a guy,
things
you can
from
get
the
away with
90s.
it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah.
It's amazing though how much he does put in there, guys. It just blows my mind.
It just keeps.
It's like a magic trick.
Mary Poppins bag. So we're gonna just go around. We'll each share something we pack, and comment, make fun of, harass,
Yeah, sure.
or say great idea. One of those until we run out of things we're putting in our bag, and we'll, as always, start with our guests. Debbie, you're
Okay.
up first. What do you put in your bag first?
All right. Well, I put the first thing I put on my list was water. And you guys go to Disney World a lot. So that is, I think, the place you need it the absolute most because you will sweat through your clothes like all day, every day. Like, I don't know what it was. We would go on Splash Mountain and feel the same as before because we were so wet. We couldn't tell which was water, which was sweat. We didn't know. But also, we started adding like a hydration assistant to our water. Have you guys seen like Liquid IV, that kind of stuff
Yep.
before?
Yep.
Yeah. So, because when you drink water, you actually you lose a lot of electrolytes as you sweat and stuff throughout the day, and the assistance of minerals and salt for those electrolytes, and also glucose, like a little bit of sugar, helps your body absorb water better. And so, I think a lot of times people fight at Disney World or Disneyland because they're dehydrated. I think they're mentally insane because they need water. So I just put water first and foremost because I'm always carrying a water bottle with me wherever I go. I just need to hydrate. So
It's important. It is.
Yeah.
It's the key.
and even if you want Diet Coke, I mean that's not ideal. Mountain Dew is better.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, just to be clear.
I'll take a
We
Gatorade.
do live on Coke and water at Disneyland and Disney World.
So you got to import the Diet Mountain Dew from Amazon. It's
Oh, yeah. Do you have it? You have it sent to your hotel then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Place that order in the airport. It's there when we get there. It's
Yeah.
magical.
I have
Most-
friends that put Diet Dr. Pepper in their suitcase to take with them. So they like bring it on the plane. They're not messing around.
No, it's important stuff. All right, Derek, what are you putting in the
First
bag
thing that goes in my bag is a charger, portable charger.
That's-
I've gone through a lot of them, but I finally found the one that I love the most. In fact, I had Doug make an Amazon link for it. I'm gonna put that on one of all of our social medias. It's just plugs into the wall, unplugs, goes into your pocket, has all the cords, USB-C, got iPhone. It's perfect.
When you sent me the link for that,
Yes.
I looked at it. I'm like, I hate those kind of chargers. 'Cause
No.
it has the built-in cords.
Yes.
But then I thought, but for Derek, that's
It is the
perfect
best
whole
thing because I have
thing.
forgotten cords how many times when I've traveled. So
It
this
takes
is
the
the perfect charger. My favorite charger. I use it
For
now
Derek.
all the time for Derek and some of our listeners.
Oh yeah, I'm sure lots of people.
I
it's
will
the
put it.
perfect
I will share a link with it, but it is now my favorite charger I've ever had. In fact, I seen them at Costco, so they are making the move, Doug.
Is it
That's
a fast
good.
charger?
Yes, very
Yeah,
fast. And
that's
it's got the
key, I
number,
think.
like how much juice. It says 100%, 50%, and it has seriously been a game changer for me. So this is now my go-to charger. Sorry, all the other ones that I...
Does it do more than one device in one
Yes.
charge?
Yep.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
it's a 10,000. So several charges out of that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
We always have one with us too. And my husband normally carries that because he's the tech guy using his phone more than me. So
yeah, to me, this is more important than water. Sorry.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
Well, yeah, because you can buy water
Genie
there.
Plus dies,
Right.
you're screwed. Yeah. on your
You
phone.
got then you go on fuel rod.
Yep.
Which,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother conversation. Folks.
I've never tried the fuel rod. I'm
That's
just
old,
not going
there.
slow, small. They work, but
Yeah.
That's
it's
all you
not
need.
as good. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent, Derek. Excellent. All right. This one shouldn't surprise Derek. My first one. After this, it's just a list. But our first thing in the bag is important to us individually here. I'm going first aid kit, a baggie full of all kinds of medications, not drugs. I
Yes.
like to say I got some drugs, and my wife yells at me every time. Derek's seen it in person, right? So some Band-Aids, some disinfectant wipes, the little alcohol thing, Advil, Tylenol,
Tums for
Benadryl,
Derek.
Tums
Always.
for
Yep.
Derek.
Rolaids,
I got your back.
Pepto.
I carry a pretty
Allergy medicine. It's pretty amazing, actually.
and
Yeah.
All fits in his cargo pants.
Yep.
I
it's a
have one of
critical
those
one.
that's in a little black and white, like it's got Minnie Mouse polka dots on it, and it's my first aid kit. But I carry it around all the time in my bag because my kids will need it, not just at the parks.
See, I'm usually the one that needs it, so
Yeah.
I'm problematic like that.
I mean, there's first aid at the parks, but it's not as good as a blister
And
band.
an EpiPen, Doug. You have an EpiPen in there,
I
don't
do.
you?
Well,
You?
it's not in the baggie. It's not in the bag. It's just it's too big to be in the baggie.
It goes
but
in its own pocket.
I keep it. It would fit very nicely in the rope drop bag. I
Probably.
will say that. Yeah.
Put it in that front pocket in case.
When we do the Star Cruiser, I am keeping that thing on my person at all times. Yeah.
If only it looked like a lightsaber, that would be awesome.
Maybe I should theme
Put
my
it
EpiPen.
inside a lightsaber hilt or something. Sweet.
I got you,
That's
Doug.
another-
If it ever happens, I still will stab you if
I
you
know.
need me to.
I'm well
there.
aware.
Okay.
I hopefully will be able to stab myself though. All right, Debbie, you're
That's
up
great.
again.
I put down a umbrella, and I like a sunscreen, like a UV umbrella. When we went to Disney World, we all got them, and we didn't really put on a lot of sunscreen. We would just pull that out if we were in line for like Thunder Mountain and there's no shade. They just line you up on like tape on the ground, and there are just like certain places where you're standing in direct sun. So I like to have that umbrella. And also, I'm not like a big fan of putting on a poncho when it's raining in Disney World because the humidity like double, triples, and then all of a sudden you're just wearing a plastic bag
fun.
on your body. It's gross.
It's very warm.
Well, you know
Yes.
what? Next on my list is poncho. So I'm going to follow
Yeah.
that. Yes, got to have
There
a
you
poncho.
go. I think if you're planning on a water ride, I did write poncho in here, but yeah. So I agree.
I don't know. You can't throw the poncho on the water ride.
No,
It's
it
too-
ruins the
too-
experience.
Yeah,
You can wear though a hotel shower cap on your hair,
can you?
ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I suppose you can.
you know,
Should.
beautiful pictures.
Okay.
Things I've never done at
I
a theme park. All
haven't
right.
tried that
Putting
one
that one
yet.
on the old to-do list.
Your mom, your wives,
Making
just,
a
you know.
note.
It's little.
So we eliminated sunscreen, umbrella, poncho. So you're dual purposing your umbrella
Yeah,
for sun and water.
right. I mean, I guess I put on sunscreen on my face every day, but so I didn't really wear it on my body. No, nobody got a sunburn in our family. It was really weird, but maybe we were prepared, or I don't know. But who knows?
It's-
I really like the umbrella.
yeah.
So even though I
So-
look like a tourist, definitely with it up.
Well, if you are,
If you
Right.
are,
Yeah,
you know.
you know.
I was going to
when
say,
in
more of
Rome.
my local friends are the ones that have umbrellas, I feel like.
Yeah, well, they're smart. They
Yeah.
they get.
Just
They
keep
get
in
it.
their car real quick.
Mhm.
Yeah. But the problem with the umbrella in Florida is half the time the rain comes back up from
Yeah.
underneath and the side and every
It's
direction.
true.
It gets you because there's always wind. That's just when I nap. So that's
Yeah.
my strategy to deal with it. But yeah, poncho,
Back to
umbrella,
the hotel.
sunscreen, all great things.
Yeah.
I tend to just avoid the sun like a vampire when
Yeah.
I can. That's the best. Find shade. All right. So umbrella, ponchos.
But some people are going to think sunscreen's super necessary. Like I have a friend who's
Mm.
just burns easy, and my husband
Yeah.
does burn easy, but yeah, like a vampire, just
Nope,
find that
my
shade.
my redheaded children, they burn, in the middle of winter when they're inside playing. So
Yeah, yeah.
my
So they
son got
need.
a sunburn at the indoor pool the other day.
That's impressive.
It
really.
is.
So you go through a lot of sunscreen, don't you, Derek?
We start
Yeah.
putting it on, 6 months before our Disney trip to get a base.
Yeah,
Smart.
a
Smart.
rash guard. Put a rash guard on at the park. Just like wear
Yes,
long sleeve shirts.
long sleeve shirts always.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. Excellent. All right. my next one is Ziploc baggies. It's just a baggie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this, when it does rain in Florida and it is a deluge, pronunciation, somebody correct me. Anywho, you throw
tsunami.
your phone in the baggie and you can take pictures through the baggie if you're doing it right. You can video through the baggie, Derek.
Oh man, these are
And
things
it
I have failed to
doesn't
do.
Get wet. So I've been doing that since the Stone Age. Since I've had a cell phone, for Splash Mountain, that sort of stuff too. And Ziploc baggies to
Yeah.
protect those electronics.
And to put that half-eaten cookie that cost you $7 that your kid didn't
There's
eat.
no such thing as a half-eaten
A
cookie. What are
for
you talking
later.
about?
I don't know what you're
It's
saying.
called the dad cookie right there.
That's my half.
Dad portion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Tax
if
right
they
there.
don't finish it, that's their problem.
That's
It's not
their
coming
problem.
back.
You're not like us where we order one for every person, thinking that would be the appropriate amount because our eyes are huge. We're like,
Oh.
we need everything. I don't know. We always do that with fries. We order way too many fries.
That we do.
We
Fries.
never
yeah.
eat them
Yeah.
all.
It happens.
Fries and
Yeah.
cookie, two different things.
I'm not going to save my fries though.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
My kids are now at an age where leftovers are a rarity, and I cherish them when it happens.
No, then it's
Yeah,
just
teenagers. They're all
Yeah.
teenagers. But yeah, Ziploc baggies. They do
Yeah.
have lots of purposes.
a blessing.
Yeah.
One time my daughter dropped her ears in the toilet right when we got to the parks. And so my friend had a gallon-sized Ziploc that we threw them in, and we were able to then disinfect them, wash them appropriately, and save them for future use. Not at the parks that day, but it's real gross. But if it's going to fall in a toilet, a Disney toilet,
That's
probably
magical,
the best
though.
one.
Come on, that's
Yeah.
still fine.
The custodian was in there already cleaning. I was like, it's probably clean, but we're gonna wash this.
We're gonna hold off on putting
We're
that on
gonna,
your head.
yeah. No, you're done for the day. It was right when we got to the parks. First thing, she just tipped her head and it fell right into the toilet. So, yeah.
If only she had a bag to attach them to. Ah.
If only she had put it on her bag. I know
Right?
the bag didn't exist yet.
Nope. All right, Debbie, it's your turn again. What else are you packing?
I am packing snacks, and I don't know if you guys bring food into the parks, if you just want to buy all the food there, but I like to eat as I'm in line. It makes the time go faster. And so we're constantly snacking on something. We also like to take in snacks that we don't buy very often. So we'll go to like a grocery store that we don't always shop at and look for things that we don't normally buy. Like this next trip that we're taking in 2 weeks, we've got a bunch of these sour rope things. I don't know. So we'll bring in some sort of candy or some sort of treat we don't always have. But most of our snacks are mostly things you would take hiking. So we kind of think of Disney as like a hiking experience, but like in a city.
Yeah.
Because you don't want stuff that's going to melt or smash too easily. And so you kind of have to figure out what your favorite snacks are with lots of practice.
I get it. So it's similar. I see the approach of what snacks we've packed for Disney World. They did match the snacks that we packed when we hiked up to Delicate Arch in Moab, Arches.
I've
Same
done
thing,
that. Yeah.
right? It's the middle of a
the same
desert,
thing. Yeah.
hiking up random
Yeah.
rocks.
You need
Space
nuts.
Mountain.
You can get some fruits, like dried fruits. They're fun. I don't know. We like Rice Krispie treats because they are a good little sweet treat that kind of, it's like a brick. I don't know how you're going to ruin that in your bag.
Smart. No Hershey
But-
bars.
Yeah, no Hershey bars. Jerky is really good. They have
Oh,
these
it's great on
steak
an
strips.
airplane too. Mm-hmm.
No.
Right when you're eating
jerky?
next to Doug, yes.
See how
Oh,
fast
yeah.
she said no?
No.
That's what I do.
No, so
Oh,
fast, Eric.
guys, that's what you do.
That's
You're
the
sitting
other
next to
passenger
Doug
on
on
the
an
plane.
airplane. You eat
No.
jerky.
No. No
You
one
need
else.
open air.
There's 150 people or so on that airplane, and Derek's there with his Costco
It's the
bag.
jerky strips. Do you get the
The-
strips? The
For
steak
when I was
strips?
traveling with Doug, I was more of a prank.
Costco.
It was a Costco, but
It's a
but
Oh my
usually
God.
I do buy one strip, and that I could hurry up, shove in my mouth type thing.
Yeah.
Because I can't chew gum, but I can chew beef jerky and helps my ears on an airplane.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? You found what worked for you. That's
Yes.
that's
But then I can
awesome.
be comical and make Doug grossed out. And I'll probably never do that
Hilarious.
again.
Yeah.
But it was a
He's
$10
putting out his
prank
barf
that
bag.
still
Our
talking about.
hotel room smelled bad when
was
we got
bad.
back from the parks.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Great
That's
pranks
great.
that work.
I wonder if our clothes smelled like that beef jerky for the next couple days too.
It's okay.
wouldn't
How
have
long
known.
did I laugh on the airplane? You know what? Paid for
It
itself.
paid for itself
Yep,
in dividends. Yep.
it did.
You
Still talking about it.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, when I
Snacks,
was a
pack
kid, I tried.
snacks.
Yeah. Yeah. So lots of fun snacks. One time though, so we're going in a couple weeks, like I said, and we let our kids. They took all their Halloween candy, and we're like, no, that good giant thing over there, that's gonna be great for your bag. So we like pulled some candy out of their Halloween candy. We're like, nope, this will be good for the parks. And so,
Nice.
but the last time we were there, maybe it was the last time or the time before, so we were in line for a Small World, and this lady was talking about us and giving us the side eye about how we were giving our kids candy. And I was like,
How
look,
dare you.
my kids live on sugar and caffeine at Disneyland.
Yep.
We are up rope dropping we're closing that park down. You know, they're kicking us off of Star Tours. We're just like, I don't know. They need some sugar. It's fine.
Yeah, I give them the side eye for showing up at 11 and leaving at 4.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
You paid $100 and how many dollars to be here for one day? Yeah. So
Sugar them up.
yeah,
All right.
sugar 'em up.
As a dentist, Doug is trying to, just keep
Just drumming up business.
There you go.
Yeah. Make sure it's something sticky that they can't get off their teeth right away, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Get-
just kidding.
Get Doug
No.
more work.
And fingers and touch random people.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
don't do that. Hard.
No.
No,
Keep your hands
that's-
to yourself.
Anywho. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we've packed snacks. Derek,
Yeah.
what are you putting in next?
Rope Drop Radio swag. It's always going in next. I got koozies, I got pins, I got stickers, I got business cards. If I'm at the park and I have a bag on me and you talk to me, you are getting something. That's how we get the brand of the show out. And I always love when people find me and we're like, oh, and I can give them one of our pins or koozies, and then they tag us later in the day with it on. So yes, swag always goes in right away before I leave, and it's always one of the first things I put in the bag when I'm at the park or going to the parks.
But you don't hand it out in the parks
yeah,
officially.
I just
Don't
No.
hand it out.
It
I
falls
don't-
on the ground, someone picks it up.
Yes.
yes, we don't throw it like a frisbee at people.
Yeah, no.
Gonna
We had to
give me a
learn
hard-
all the rules of the park,
Yeah.
Yes.
being a business. Yeah. You guys need one of those portable like spinning things that they'd have at like a concert, like a DJ
That'd be-
booth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you had like
The-
they could
the
spin the
air
wheel for
cannon.
what prize they're getting.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
one of
you're
those
like,
actually. I'm not gonna lie.
It'd be fun if you had a little one that you could just pull out.
Yep,
and be
I have
like,
that. I could actually theoretically
Yeah.
do that.
You
Falls on the
should do
ground.
that. People would be looking at you like, what?
I feel like that would attract too
awesome.
much attention.
It's
though, from Disney.
probably true. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So you pack swag to hand out outside
Oh,
the gates. of the park.
outside pens and
Outside
yeah,
the
all
gates.
sorts of
Mhm.
things.
All right.
A lot of swag
Excellent.
passing on the Skyliner. Is that even allowed? I
There
don't
you
even
go.
know.
I don't know. That's a
You're
good
on the
area.
Yeah,
property.
no,
You're in the
you're
air.
in the
Do they
air.
own the air? Yeah, they don't own the air, right?
So,
Maybe they do. I don't know.
I think they do.
We're gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm going to say you pack some cash in your bag, even though you got your room linked to your Magic Band, a card linked to that, and you're just charging your way through Disney World, which is questionable. But you sometimes, I've been there when they all crash. The computers are down.
Oh, I bet. Yep, I've done that.
And
once.
the-
That's
Only way you can buy anything, including a bottle of water or a snack, if you didn't bring it in your bag already, is with good old cash. So you want at least a $20 bill tucked away, and that just gets you emergency stuff. Like a $20 bill is not going to get you a
No.
ton.
like a bottle of water.
Yeah,
and
that's
and a
like
cookie.
two.
Time.
Yeah.
And maybe two. Maybe
Yeah.
two.
Maybe
But
two bottles of
tuck a little cash in. Also, make sure you take your ID.
Yeah.
And your actual credit card. I know people that they got everything linked and they've just literally left their wallet in the safe in the room and gone into
Mhm.
the park. Sure, but
Not
if
smart.
it goes down, you're gonna be in trouble. And you never know when you need your ID for any number of reasons that we don't need to get into, but hopefully you don't ever find out. But it's just smart to have it on you. So pack the money, the wallet type of stuff. Throw that in the bag too, down in the bottom where no one can
Yeah.
find it.
I have a little RFID wallet that holds my ID and like 3 or 4 cards, and I just
Mhm.
throw that in my bag every time. Then have like random, because I've got my business credit card, my debit card, and then I've got my home, like personal ones. So it's like all different stuff. But yeah, you got to take backups of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as much fun as any of the other ones though on the list.
No, and I'm gonna get to use a magic
All
band
right.
for the first time on my next trip, so
All
I'm
right.
very excited.
Fun.
I know. I'm excited. Anyway, so who's next?
It's you.
Me.
It's you.
Me. Okay. So I put down like a sweater or like a layer, like a light layer. You probably want to look at the weather and figure out what it's going to be like there. But that's just because I normally go to Disneyland where it's cold in the morning and cold at night sometimes, and during the day not so much. And so we like to always be prepared with some sort of layer. And sometimes you're inside in a line and it's pretty cold from the air conditioning, even though the air conditioning is very much wanted. You never know. So I always bring some sort of light thing like a Spirit jersey or something I can throw on.
Gotta have the Spirit jersey at Disney World. Mid-November through mid-February.
You can get a
Yeah.
little chilly.
You
Yep.
need that too. We'll be there over Thanksgiving. We'll probably start our day in sweatshirts and end our day in sweatshirts. And between, that's when they either get shoved in a bag or I get to carry them.
Sherpa Doug.
Yeah. That's why we have the net on our bag, which I didn't even talk about yet. But yeah,
just
for
drops down and sweaters and sweatshirts in there. And
yeah, and throw that wet umbrella in it if it has rained and you don't want to put that into your bag with all your stuff, so you can just put that down below or your poncho.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. I like that. Yeah, the little net is pretty cool. All right. Derek.
Well, I got to pack a microphone because we got to record some live episodes while we're there. Patreon only episodes. Doug doing a ride, so I'm always packing a microphone, and that way we can have some fun while we're there. Yeah, always got to have a microphone in the bag if you're doing a Disney podcast,
Or if you don't care as much about the quality of audio like
Yeah.
me, you just use voice memo on your iPhone.
Oh no, I got
You-
good
you
audio.
get what you
Yes.
get. So you guys let us know if you can tell the difference between Derek's.
I can
fancy
tell. I work in
microphone.
audio. I totally can tell.
I know you can tell.
Yes.
But can they tell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Packing a microphone.
I
Usually
also have a
get some
windsock
stops.
on it, and yeah,
Yep.
it's all yep.
It's fancy.
It is.
And then he clips it to me, and there's like a wire. We're like umbilical together.
Oh, actually, I got rid of that. I have a new microphone for you. That's that'll work better. A wireless clip on it.
Oh,
so.
we'll just wear the
Ooh.
wireless thing the whole time on the Star Cruiser. Why
Yes,
even take it
actually,
off
that
then?
it kind of would
Just
match in.
2
It's a
days straight.
Rode
Just-
Go mic. So yeah, good. In theory, we'll put that on there.
Interesting, that is.
Yeah,
All
you'll
right.
see later on. You can listen back to all your talking and be like, "What?"
Man,
That'd be a lot of editing. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of editing, but
You never know.
on
Never
record.
know. All right. I'm going to go with hand sanitizer. We like to use a little of this every time we get on and off rides after
Yeah.
on Buzz or like Toy Story Mania, especially.
Mhm.
Things where you have to touch things. Flight of Passage is another one where you're really getting in there. So,
Yeah.
little hand sanitizer. That's what I'm packing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, we're clearly getting down towards the bottom of the list because people are less
Yeah.
excited about the things. What else are you packing, Debbie?
I put down an autograph book. My kids are
Mm.
11 and 8, and they still. We've gotten a lot of autographs, but I make my son carry it actually because it's theirs. But we always try to bring that because you never know what random character you're going to run into, especially now that we have Avengers Campus in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So there's lots of new Marvel people coming out, and
Where they
so
actually add characters.
Mhm, where they add characters. There's a lot of characters that I don't know. I didn't see as many at Disney World as I tend to see at Disneyland. Just
Oh, I
in
was
general.
in Disneyland for only a couple hours, and I saw more characters in those couple hours than I do at Disney World. So it was-
Yeah, I
When
don't know if
does
they spread them out more.
Mandalorian? No,
Oh,
there's just more.
The Mandalorian,
Um,
yeah, with
He's
baby.
coming, right?
Yep.
With Grogu.
Yeah.
Not to
Grogu?
Walt Disney World. No, that's not good
No,
enough for him.
because
Oh, he's not coming to
No,
Disney
just
World?
Disneyland.
not
What?
yet. They just keep
That's
saying
ridiculous.
There's only one Mandalorian, guys, and only one Baby Yoda. You can't be in two
True
places
story.
at once.
Oh, just like Mickey Mouse,
True.
right?
Yes, there you
Yeah.
got it. And
Yeah.
Santa, same thing. Yes.
I know. It boggles my mind because I don't understand why these things take so much time. Because the guy wears a helmet. It's not like you've got to get a face character that looks anything like.
We have
Right.
discussed
Mando.
this so much in this show
'Cause
over the
I
last
just
3
don't-
years.
I mean, is the budget tight? Are they like really hurting? They can't afford to
I
pay
mean,
someone
how many?
$15
I've seen.
an hour
I've been
wear
to
a
Star Wars
costume?
conventions where there's like 9 people in full armor. I'm like, oh, that's a really good costume.
Yeah, they're all. I made this in my garage with
Yep.
a 3D printer.
Yep.
And you're like,
And
okay,
they'd probably be happy to get paid minimum wage to stand there.
probably.
They probably would.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's-
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I-
Do you
I
guys
honestly
have-
think it's
Boba Fett
literally the
and-
crowd. No, we don't have Boba Fett right now or Fennec
Oh.
Shan.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, that's just
We had Boba
Disneyland.
Fett like 5 years ago, but
Before we had Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
We had more characters.
we did.
Yeah,
We got Galaxy's Edge and got less Star Wars
Oh.
characters.
Mhm.
because
The
of the.
math is.
Do you remember the
time
Jawas that used to walk around? Though I miss
Yeah.
those guys.
Oh, I want to see one of those so bad. Whenever I get off the Millennium Falcon, I'm
about-
like, are they down here? I want to trade some random nonsense.
Ewoks during the
Yeah.
Star Wars weekends. Were
Mhm.
just,
They had Ewoks there.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
Those
would
were-
die.
Ewoks were cool.
Oh
All
my.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Autograph
Awesome.
book. That's a good one. Derek.
Pins to trade. I do trade pins. My kids trade a lot of pins, so I'm usually carrying them in my backpack with one of their pin trading books or pin trading lanyards. So we do keep pins pretty close by.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
We
good
always
one.
we can, and we like to go online and go to these pin sellers and buy a bunch of like $2, $3, $5 pins and like
Yep.
get a baggie of them. And I bought a bunch at D23, so we
Yep.
could pin trade. Yeah,
Samesies.
so awesome. Yeah,
All right. I have one last one. It's one of the fancy towels that you get wet, throw it around your neck, help you keep you cool in the humidity of Florida. I think it would work at Disneyland as well with the dry
Yeah.
heat.
we bring those too.
But one little thing to stay cool. That's my last thing. Anything else, guys? Have we packed our bag?
The only thing I said was ears because I always have one on my
Ears.
bag, one on
Yeah.
my head, and then I
Okay.
switch them out, put them away.
Derek,
But
anything else?
Yeah,
you
one.
think?
I always have a Norwex rag to clean stuff with.
Clean
Mm.
things. Okay.
Yes.
Yep,
I'm a big
and
Norwex fan too.
Yes, there we
Yeah.
go.
It's the best. That's all I use.
When my kids were little, we always had spare clothes.
Mhm.
But we don't need that for teenagers anymore.
Yeah.
I hope. Well,
Little scary tower
Yeah.
terror moments. A
Yeah.
little.
so there we go. So I'm gonna just reiterate here. We did water. You could also take a water bottle, fill it up for free at counter service
Yeah.
with ice water. Rope drop radio swag, an extra layer, microphone, autograph book, pins to trade, external battery, towels that you get wet, sunscreen, umbrella, ponchos, hand sanitizer, your little cash, credit card, first aid kit, Ziploc baggies, and most importantly, snacks. And
Yep.
to be clear, the bag does not have to be clear. Like when you go to some sporting venues, we've seen people take their clear bag into Disney World thinking they have to. It doesn't have to. One bag thing about a clear bag is the sun comes in, heats it up, cooks everything in your bag. So if you throw your phone in a clear bag, your phone's going to overheat really fast. So be aware of that. You don't have to take a clear bag to Disney World yet. Prohibited items, things you cannot take to Disney World, Disneyland. All right, just to dot all the I's, cross the T's.
Yeah.
No guns, no selfie sticks, no wagons, coolers with wheels, alcoholic beverages, glass containers, loose ice, remote control items, wrapped gifts, or, sorry, Derek, drones.
I'm not taking my drone. Yeah, I'm no
Yeah.
better than that.
They don't have on their alcoholic beverages. One time
Yeah.
there was a guy that walked in and he had like a gallon-sized Ziploc bags full of like the mini little alcohol bottles you get in the like whatever mini bar in your room. He was trying to bring in a bunch of those. They were like, no, you can't. So I don't know if that's not on the list, but
It's
I
on
remember
the Disney
seeing.
World list now, at least.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as of today.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, alcoholic beverages is on there.
Yeah.
The loose ice one made people angry, but I
They
understand
didn't
it.
put drugs on there, like
They're
no
already
drugs.
illegal,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to
Self.
be.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So
I don't
yeah,
ever bring those to the park, so I'm not worried.
yeah. There's a
Or
longer
anywhere.
list. That's just kind of the big hitters. All
Yeah.
right, so I think,
Gotcha.
Derek, we are ready for
The lightning round.
All right, Debbie, you have made it to the lightning round. Congratulations. This is where we score your answers, but the points are all made up and don't really matter. All
Okay.
right. And you answer with your favorite Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever under the Disney umbrella you need to use. Are
Fox,
you ready?
are we going into Simpsons?
I mean,
Are we going
It's
everywhere?
your lightning round.
It's-
I'm
You
just
do
kidding.
you.
Right. Hulu, I mean, whatever you need to do. ESPN Plus, all answers ESPN Plus.
So
You know, the
basically
Ocho.
anything that exists on planet Earth. Okay. We're good.
Yes. All right. Favorite movie?
I stuck to the Disney and Pixar route and I put Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's a good
That's-
one. Love that.
And I'm sure it's on somewhere today.
I hope
It's
so.
time again. It's time.
not,
supposed
I
to
have
be
It's
time.
back.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome movie. The songs get stuck in my head. Yeah.
The one
the best
panel
ver-
I
the
was
best
mad that
version.
I didn't get into at D23.
Oh, I didn't get into any panels,
Oh.
so you know, zero.
It feels like a Patreon show
There
right
you go.
here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Sorry. We'll keep it.
Favorite Disney character?
I put down Edna Mode. I think she is a sarcastic bomb lady. She just owns her short stature.
I mean, and you're both in design.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
She's
All right.
very fancy.
Favorite Disney villain?
Cruella DeVille. She's my favorite.
Also,
Anybody
another
who wants
designer.
to murder puppies is the worst villain ever. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Favorite Disney song?
The song that I chose was the song Baby Mine from Dumbo.
Okay.
I could not choose a Disney song. Mostly I just wanted to choose like a firework song, like something they play at a fireworks show or a parade, because I'm really into the parks. But I used to sing that song to my kids when they were babies and I was putting them to bed. And so it just has special meaning to me. And that's why.
All right. Favorite Disney park?
I'm going to say for the West Coast, it's Disneyland. And for the East Coast, it's Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
And that might shock you, but yeah.
We've heard them all.
Yep.
We've
You've
heard
heard,
'em all.
I'm sure. Yep.
All right. Favorite classic attraction? You define classic.
The Haunted Mansion's my favorite classic, if you count that.
Mhm.
We said since it's over 50 years old
I
that
think it's
it counts
definitely.
as a classic.
I mean, we've heard Rock and Roller Coaster as a classic.
That's not
so
classic.
That just made me feel really old.
Because Aerosmith was made up for the park.
Oh,
Right.
did they say that?
Yep.
Oh,
that was my
yikes.
child, for the record.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that, just education.
The
later.
Imagineers just
you
invented
know.
a band. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It looks kind of fake when you watch the how silly it is.
Right. It's a different time.
Yeah.
Favorite modern attraction? You define modern.
The Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios is my favorite modern one. But yeah.
See, I can get
Anyway.
behind that definition of modern, Derek.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that modern?
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's
I don't
your
know.
lightning round.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, though. If I had to choose between the two versions, I don't know. But yeah, Tower's awesome. You can't, it's the best.
All right.
So.
Favorite resort?
I haven't stayed at any of the resorts at Disney World, but the Grand Californian would be my favorite resort.
Yes.
It's a good choice.
Because you
Love
can
it.
actually walk right into the park from there, and it's
Yeah.
pretty. I love that Art Deco style, so
Very cool.
it's best.
All right. Favorite counter service restaurant?
I picked the Plaza Inn at Disneyland, where they have the most amazing fried chicken you'll ever eat, and it's also where you can do breakfast with Minnie Mouse for like birthday celebrations and stuff. We didn't eat any counter service that I could remember at Disney World. We did a couple sit downs, but not. Anyway, I couldn't remember any of the food we ate there. It was really weird. Where you get home and you're like, did we eat anything on this trip?
No, that sounds like me.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we were
scary.
go.
Mhm.
But yeah. So
All right.
anyway,
Favorite table service restaurant?
Cafe Orleans. Sorry, all my answers are for Disneyland. That's just where I
That's
go the
fine.
most. Cafe Orleans is where okay, so there's the Blue Bayou inside of Pirates, which is terrible food. I'm sorry, everyone can throw rocks at me. The food is not good for what you pay. Unless you're by the water, it's not worth your time. But go to Cafe Orleans and get the Monte Cristo that you're going to get at
Yes.
the Blue Bayou, and you actually get the French fries with it, and it's better. So anyway, go to Cafe Orleans to get
I
the
have
Monte
done
Cristo.
that.
Don't go to the Blue Bayou. It's not worth it.
I
Anyway,
remember it was quite large too when I had
yeah,
it.
yeah, and you dip it in marmalade, which sounds disgusting, but it's really good. I
It's a
don't know.
thing.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
All right. Important question here. Favorite Disney snack?
That is a hard one because that's what we mostly eat. The most of is snacks, but I chose a classic, which is Disneyland popcorn or Disney
That was a
popcorn.
good one.
Yeah.
My kids,
Salt.
so my daughter's obsessed with popcorn at the parks, and so she asks us constantly to get it. So we bought one of those popcorn buckets and just did refills at Disney World, which they don't do at Disneyland.
Oh,
And I don't know if they do that still. Did they stopped it or it's back
the
or
buckets?
yeah, the you can buy like
I
a signature
don't know.
souvenir
That's a
bucket.
research one now. No.
They
Yeah,
do
you
the
gotta find
refills
out.
on the cruise line. I know
Oh,
on our 9-night cruise, I was really kicking myself for not buying it the first night.
yeah,
You
it's like
know,
you
like I
have
would have
to.
really benefited from that. So then we got halfway through it. I'm like, well, we're just not getting popcorn. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We don't usually buy popcorn on a cruise because, like, go
No,
get
all the
something
food
that's
is there.
included. Go find the included food, children. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not paying for popcorn. So, but
yeah.
I had a weak moment where I wished I had paid
I
for
mean, if it
food.
was churros, maybe you'd pay for churros, but popcorn? No,
I
no.
paid for some beignets
Oh,
Oh, I did
on
do
the
that.
Wish.
Yep.
those are also a good solid snack. They've
Yeah,
got some really good macaroons that are amazing, but
lots of good options.
so many options.
Popcorn. That's a check in Derek's column. All
Yep,
right.
get
Favorite
that salt.
Disney drink?
A big fat giant Coke. Is that the dumbest drink ever?
Nope, you're not the
Or
first
a
person that's said it, so you're. Yep.
or a Dole float.
Ooh, there
So,
we go.
yeah, one
That's a
of those
winning
one of
drink.
those two drinks.
It's a snack and a drink. That's
It
smart.
is.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Hideaway next to the Tiki Room at Disneyland, you can get like cherry flavor and watermelon flavor and all kinds of different doles.
It's almost crazy.
So,
It's
yeah,
almost too much.
it's almost too many options. Yeah,
All right. All right.
great.
Disney travel bucket list item.
I want to do a VIP tour. So I know in the past, I think they cost a lot more than they do now. I don't know, but I've never been like, I want to spend $4,000 on this. So one of these days, I'm going to drop the cash and we're going to do it. Everyone can look at us like, who are those people?
Every
What
time
movie
a
are
plaid
they
walks,
in?
every time a plaid walks by me, I gotta make eye contact.
Every
Yep.
time. I've met so many celebrities at the parks, it's ridiculous because we always go right when Christmas starts, and they're always recording the parade, and we're like, "Oh hey, look, there's Derek Huff. Oh hey," it's just fun.
It is. It is. Well, that concludes
The lightning round. Well, thank you, Debbie, for being on the show this week. Take a minute right now and tell everyone where they can find you and how they can check out your bags.
Yeah, so our backpacks are on our website, and that's designerparkco.com. And we also are on Instagram at designerparkco. And yeah, so we make bags that I don't know if I even told some of the features, but so really quickly, our hydration kit attaches to a water bottle and not a bladder. So you can easily take it out of your bag and refill it. So it's like a hard item that doesn't leak versus a bladder that will randomly break and spill
And
everywhere.
it's hard to clean.
It's yeah, you can't, and then you have to
It's
buy a new
never
one for every
clean.
trip, and they're kind of pricey and hard to find. Like it's a whole process. But also, yeah, then we have our little net that will hold your stuff too. So and the ears and the pins, and yeah, you can learn more on our website and on Instagram.
And I will put that in the show notes. But that is all the time that we have with Debbie. But we
Yep.
are going to do an after show. So if you want to check that out and hear more, I don't know what we're going to ramble about, but we will find a topic, I'm sure. And if you want to hear that, you're going to have to become one of our Patreons. That is in the show notes as well. And if you're going to want to book a Walt Disney World or Disneyland attraction, maybe you'll see one of us and just happen to get some swag from one of our bags. You're going to have to go to touringplans.com/travel. Let them know that Rope Drop Radio sent you and book an amazing vacation right now for the new year, because that is coming around the corner, and that's like the best gift you can give to someone for sure. Right, Doug?
The gift of travel.
Gift of
Yes.
travel. Everyone's bucket list
And a
is something
bag.
travel and a bag. Love it. So put them together. There you go. You open up the bag. Then there's a voucher for
Yes.
travel. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
You listening to the show could win Christmas this year.
We
with
just
that.
helped you.
Yes.
Yeah. Best
Yes,
gift giver
That's
ever.
yep. That's
And
the
then-
winner.
Open it up. Size 7 night cruise.
Boom.
Yep.
And then RDR 10 for that 10% discount and Rope Drop Radio on Touring Plan. So there you go, all the time that we have. So thank you, Debbie, again. But for Doug, I'm Derek. You've been listening to Rope Drop Radio.